Six Nations 2024. Scotland denied by late TMO call as France hold on for 20-16 win. Scotland were denied by an inconclusive last-gasp try review as France held on to win a tense Six Nations encounter at Murrayfield. Replay suggested the ball was grounded in a huge heap of bodies, but referee Nick Berry had called no try and the TV pictures could not conclusively prove otherwise. Louis Bielbieri produced the decisive score in a cagey second half after Ben White and Gaël Fickou traded tries in a first half the hosts had much the better of. Scotland may feel they were ultimately robbed of victory, a fifth at home in succession, but they really should have been further ahead by half-time. "I believe it was a try," said Scotland captain Finn Russell. "But it's up to the referee." Exasperated head coach Gregor Townsend added, "We were celebrating in the coach's box. We could hear the TMO's conversation with the referee, saying, the ball was on the foot, then the ball was down, and then he changes his mind and says, stick with the on-field decision. I don't know what you can say." Both teams sit on one win after Scotland's nervous success in Wales, while France recovered from a record home defeat by Ireland. France have now won 10 of their past 12 Six Nations matches, only coming up short against the defending champions in that run. Harry Patterson was only told at 10 a.m. he was making his Scotland debut, with Kyle Stains's wife going into labour. Less than 10 minutes in, the 22-year-old was instrumental in the opening score. With just 8 appearances for Edinburgh under his belt, the fullback played a key role in an impressive surge that ended with White slithering over the line. Fickou looked certain to respond following a searing line break, only to be grappled by Duhan van der Merwe just short of the line, with the Scotland winger quickly back on his feet to snatch a loose pass. Just as Scotland nudged 10 points clear with Russell's second penalty, a lapse from the restart was to prove costly as Fickou was presented with a clear run to the corner. Scotland ended the first half camped on the French line and amid the pressure Winnie Antonio was sent to cool off for a no-arms tackle, but the hosts failed to take advantage, turning down the chance to kick from 2 close-range penalties before losing out in a scrum under the posts, trotting off just 13-10 in front. There was further frustration for the Scots after the resumption as France held firm without much fuss for the rest of Antonio's absence. More groans from home supporters followed as Maxime Lucu just beat the grasping fingers of White to a bobbling ball in the scoring zone. Just shy of the hour mark, Russell knocked over another penalty to nudge the scoreboard back into life. Kicks continued to ping back and forth in rather drab fashion, before a flash of inspiration from Bielbieri moved France within a point. Taking a hard, flat pass on the touchline, the 20-year-old chipped over the top and gathered for his 5th international try. Thomas Ramos added the tricky extras to give the visitors the lead for the first time, then stroked over a simple penalty. Scotland did not have long to find a way back and the cause looked lost when Kyle Rowe set off on a lung-bursting run only to lose the ball forward deep in France territory. But the Scots did summon one last attack and were convinced Sam Skinner had got the ball down during an almighty stramash before a prolonged and anxious wait ended with a torrent of boos aimed at the officials. "We felt we won the game." Reaction. Scotland head coach Gregor Townsend. "You've got to win the game and not put it in the hands of TMOs and referees, and that is what we will work on. We were in control of the game and in control most of the way in tough conditions. We had to play a different way and I'm really disappointed we didn't win the game. We felt we won the game. We saw the ball on the try line. There is a lot to be proud of but disappointing not to get the win. Harry Patterson was great, one of the best debuts I've seen. To perform like that when you've got 4 hours preparations, maybe less, shows the quality of player he is. He was on it and it shows he's a real talent. The players are doing well, leading for 75 minutes today and 80 minutes last week. England, at home next, is our biggest game of the season. Scotland. Patterson. Rowe, Jones, Tuipulotu, van der Merwe. Russell, co-capt. White. Schumann, Turner, Z. Fagerson, Gilchrist, Cummings, M. Fagerson, Darge, co-capt. Dempsey. Replacements: Ashman, Hepburn, Miller Mills, Skinner, Christie, Horn, Healy, Redpath. France: Ramos, Penaud, Ficou, Dante, B.L. Bieri, Jalibert, Luku, Bailey, Mabaka, Antonio, Woki, Gabrilogs, Cross, Olivon, Aldrit, Capt. Replacements: Marchand, S. Taufifanua, Aldagari, Tuila G, Romat, Boudayant.